to the XRP Bush channel, coming to you from a very, very rainy Venice Island today. We can tell that we are absolutely in rainy season, and a lot of thunder and lightning today too. I bet we'll get 2 or 3 inches of rain. I'm super excited to be doing this video today, guys. I tell you, there's not very many days that I'm not bullish about XRP, but boy, I just feel like all the stars are aligning and we are just in this launch pad mode. The next 6 months will be absolutely amazing, life-changing for so many of us. I can't wait, and it's just the start of this journey, my friends. If you're new to my channel, if you would, hit the subscribe button to subscribe, the bell for notifications, that like button, tap it, slap it, whatever makes you happy, the link to our Telegram group down below. Super fun. You will level up your knowledge. We'll keep on adding great TA people. I'm so excited. The more the merrier, because I always like getting consensus every time I'm looking at charts. And then also, just to remind you, when we hit, I'm out to get 1,000 subscribers by the end of September. If we do, I'm giving away 100 XRP the following day on this channel. Should be a lot of fun. Oh, on another note, my Amazon thing that I ordered finally arrived while it was monsoon season. Luckily, I caught it before it got too wet. And so that's going to be in tomorrow's video. It just arrived like a little while ago. So Amazon was kind of slow for obvious reasons, I guess because of the C19 stuff. Their delivery just hadn't been as spot on as it normally is. The title of this episode is 20x on your XRP incoming. Wouldn't that be a beautiful thing? I'm going to talk about it. Watch this till the end. Should be a lot of fun. I'm super excited about it. And also, I got new dates acquired. I got new dates acquired that I feel very comfortable and confident with in terms of a slight correction in Bitcoin that we're going through. And also when we will start that parabolic move for XRP. And remember, and a reminder, when we start that move, that second move, it moves in a total of about 60 days. So from the time we start shooting up, just put a little calendar. I'm going to put a ticker on it, and you can start saying that's when we're going to be hitting some beautiful, beautiful numbers. We're going to begin with, I'm going to begin with some fluff. I saw this. This is so cool. In the beginning, I was just kind of lukewarm about this thing called NFTs, and it's starting to draw my attention. So this is from Infinite Objects. We print NFTs. I just think they're cool. Before I was going, that's kind of stupid, but no, I'm starting to really get into it. I think I'll put a link to this down below in the description of this. But I'm getting really fascinated by this, and of course, the Flare Network's going to be a beautiful place to have NFT work shown on. So that's going to be really exciting. Also, the quote of the day, I always love doing my quotes, comes from Genie. I could do a quote from him almost every single day. There were some other ones I wanted to find. One guy called Senor Mucho Dinero, and I couldn't find him. He had this great tweet. I tried to find him back on Twitter. I could not locate him, so hopefully I'll find it. But anyway, Genie says, the one thing people seem to forget about XRP, it is the way it moves. It can lag behind the entire market for weeks, if not months, and in a blink of an eye, outperform percent return on every other crypto. That's what it did in 2017, and 2017 was nothing for what is to come. Patience, absolutely. Patience and thrift make wealth. And he had another one too that always, because I used to love playing chess when I was a younger man. I actually took lessons from a Russian who was ranked in the world. He was either 88 or 188 in the world. A lot of fun. I can't remember his name. I only remember his wife's name. His wife's name was Vera. So he said Vera, and he asked her to help us out sometimes. And anyway, it says the biggest, most important projects in this space are still under a whole lot of NDAs. So if you're impressed about what you're allowed to see, just imagine the deals being made of which you haven't a sniff. Everything changes in an instant, just one move and checkmate. And I always say, I probably have said it 2 or 3 times before, Ripple is playing a beautiful, amazing game of checkmate. They're going absolutely for all the money. I do believe there'll be other people in this space too. I always talk about in the ISO 222. Those are what I call the chosen ones. Anyone in that, not financial advice, but any of those coins on that list, I think will be here for a long time, whether it's Algo or ADA or XDC, XLM, for example. When it comes to the news that was out today, was a lot of fun with Gary Gensler. And shout out to XRP right now. He's a neighbor of mine about 100 miles south of where I call home and used to call his home as well. Anyway, he says, this is pretty much sums up this conference that Gary Gensler was in. It says, so what did we learn from Gary Gensler? We have enough regulations. This is interesting. We have enough regulations. How we test is crystal clear, indicating he doesn't want a ripple test. Seriously? That one catches me off guard. Ran like a little school kid when asked about Ethereum ICO. That makes you got to chuckle. Jay Clayton was 100% right in everything he did. Interesting again. Will not speak about one single crypto. Going after Binance. And we've seen a lot of that happening with Binance. So yeah, if you have a Binance exchange, you might consider another one. If you think that you might want to do that, or at least have a second one. A couple of them that you can trade XRP on. I'll put links to them down below. One is BitTrue and the other one is Who, which I've been talking about, which is how I transfer my hyperfund rewards over from the molecular futures over onto Who. I changed it into USDT, and then I put buy orders in for XRP, and I'm pretty happy because I got about 3,000 XRP buy orders now. 3,000. I got a buy order for 3,000 XRP that's built up to. So really neat. My best performing asset that I had for all of 2022. And I was 2021. I will put a link to that down below. You can set up a free account. Ask either me or Marco in my Telegram group, and we'll be glad to tell you about it. It's a lot of fun. It just takes advantage of this beautiful thing called compound interest, which is the 8th wonder of the world, according to Albert Einstein. Okay, now a couple of things I want to talk about. XRP moon date here. Market down. One of the things I talked about, this comes from just watching. I always like to get consensus from everybody I'm watching. A scientific investor, shout out to you. He just pumps the workout like you wouldn't believe. I don't know how he does it, quite frankly, but he talks about, and so many times, this in this consolidation phase that we're in, let's just say from April 15th, thereabouts when we mooned, we're about $1.80. There's about 180 days of consolidation. What date does that land on? That will put us about September 15th. So it could be that we start to see the fireworks around that date, give or take. So that would be beautiful. And he always says patience is key. Absolutely. And then when it comes to BTC, let me just kind of whip through a couple of these real quick and get rid of them. Bye, Jeannie. Bye, Gene. BTC, this is on his, this is interesting because they all watch each other. So BTC, he also watches Late Adopter, and he was picking up saying, I got to talk to something about the Late Adopter was doing. And it's a new charting pattern, really kind of cool. It's called a moon phase. And basically you have a new moon and then a full moon. So when there's a new moon, you're going up and you're going to be bullish, and then when there's a full moon, you're going to go down and be bearish. So anyway, he's calculating. This is kind of cool. This kind of gives me an idea when I think that our BTC will be through the small little correction that it's going at. Right now, I think it's about 38,000. And, it could, the next support we talked about was 36. What's been a key support has been 30,000. But he predicts this move, the correction that we're in, will last till about August 9th, which is next Monday. So that really kind of goes with the weekly chart. So maybe Monday we start to make a move up. So maybe we're in for a red week, including like Sunday, which sometimes that can be really volatile. So basically for me, not financial advice, I think the buy orders that I have and I've been playing around with, I'm going to kind of just be putting a lot of making them active wherever we are in that price point. I'll be happy because it's all golden. It's good. When you know what XRP is going to be, whether it's 6 months or 2 months or 5 years from now, just get it now. Anything underneath $1 is a deal, absolute steal. Okay. And then another one that's kind of fun. So that's kind of a time frame for when this BT correction may finish. And then the other one comes from, I love this guy. He's so smart. He's a very impressive fella. Crypto University, he has just the neatest little charts that he'll produce. And in this one, he was talking about really, hey, we are definitely going down with BTC for a while in this correction, but it's still healthy. It's all good. We're not entering a bear market. And he identifies these little yellow boxes up here as these moves that take place in the various bull runs. And then what happens, you see where the green candles touch here and here, that's the RSI over the 90. It touched twice. It touched twice again in the second bull run. It's already touched one time, and then it's all the way back down here. And so it has not done the second one. And each time it's done these two taps, we've shot off to make an all-time high for Bitcoin. So he says all is good as long as we just want to hold this level of support at 30,000. Does it go all the way down to 30,000? No, it doesn't necessarily have to do so. But anyway, so that's kind of also good news about what he is predicting. Yeah, we definitely have a Bitcoin all-time high coming in, and now's really a great time to be accumulating. Now, over on to what I'm going to finish up with. 20x XRP. All right. I'm going to begin with talking about this, okay? Oh, and here we are just with our XRP right now on the weekly, about when I talk about with my buy orders. I'm kind of thinking, and this is, whatever the market's going to give me, I'm going to take. So whether it's at the end of this week and whether we're at 70 cents or 65 or 60, I'm going to be pushing in probably 90% of my buy orders just to get them in there and just pack them, stack them. But some numbers I'm looking at on the weekly that have always been there that I like is on the 55-day moving average. It's right at 55 cents. I'd absolutely love a 55 cent XRP. That's beautiful. That's kind of that magic number I love for myself. I'll pay more. But the other one, the next one level down, is on the 200 moving average. It's sitting right at that 45 cents, which we've talked about a bunch of times. Okay, 20x on your XRP. This is it. 20x comes via, this was JD again, but just to kind of reiterate, what happened at the end of July is we painted what's called a dragonfly. Okay, it's this little symbol right here. You probably can't see it. Looks like it almost, also they call it a hammer. And every time that we've done that, the last time that we did that, we had a 20x move from the bottom of this candle. What we painted, which was at the end of July, I think that was roughly about 70 cents. So say hello to a $14 XRP in this bull cycle here. And on this chart, he says, yeah, we hit that target here, pull back, and then make that run into 2022. And he has marked up there $50. $50 will be absolutely beautiful. But let's not stop there. Let's just take one last one with, where is he? There he is. Cryptomaniac. And he paints a bigger target. He says $150 in play for 2021 with his Fibonacci retracements. I'm curious, what would you guys do if we hit $150 on XRP? What would be the first thing that you would purchase? It might be a vacation, it might be a house, would it be a car, would it be college? Comment down below, I'd love to hear that. And then I'm also going to just take a scenario. I do want to play the scenario in my head, and I'd love comments on this as well, because I'm thinking about all these things, how they kind of happen in sequence. Do we need settlement in order for XRP to hit $6 to $10? No, I don't think necessarily so. We could hit these numbers. I think we're going parabolic, whether it's through August or September. I'm thinking that $6 to $10 XRP by the end of September. But then there's this thing that's called when this was pointed out by Jeannie, someone else was talking about when two worlds collide, talking about the IMF, the International Money Fund, Monetary Fund is what it stands for. They are issuing the largest, printing or of distribution of money that they've done to date at the end of August. And then their excuse, of course, is the C19 to help people with C19. And I've always said that everything that's happening with world economies are quite unsustainable. And then within the same breath of this video, it talks about how people to be advised to have all their money out of the banks by the end of October. So whatever money you have in the bank, so you might want to pull it out, be on the cash side, and that kind of coincides with this scenario when I talk about the reset, what happens. September, we hit some highs possibly. October, we have, and I always thought whether you want to call it a correction or crash, something's going to be coming because it's just unsustainable in terms of the stock market and the prices. It just doesn't match up with reality. So call it a crash, call it a correction. In October, that happens. And then in November, we do know that the CD on the ISO 222 starts implementation, that we may have some central banks running on that, or some other different companies running on that starting in November. So is that when we kind of start to do that reset? Comment down below on what your thoughts on that. Love to hear it. I hope everybody has a great day. Be sure to check out for tomorrow's video when we have a little fun, and I'll see you then.